this computer. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Lion Den Sports interview. I've got Dylan, the natural Cheema, here with us today. Boxing on the 30th of July, looking to make it 7-0 in his next fight. Dylan, first of all, I want to ask you, how did the natural come about? How did that nickname come about, man?
Oh, man, that name's been with me since I was a kid. So my one of the main coaches, Uncle Baggy, everyone knows him because he's prominent, got a big daddy, big beard, and everyone knows. And he's the one that does all the dancing as well. He was my first ever kickboxing coach, and I think I was 13 or 14 and went to fight for an English title, and he was like, yeah, I was getting some new short trousers made for kickboxing trousers, and he goes, we'll put the natural on your shorts, like, because you just pick up the skills really well. I teach you one day and you do it the next day, and then you do it in the fight. So he goes, yeah, we're going to call you the natural. And then it's literally a name that's just stuck with me ever since.
Well, and where did you start? So you started your background is in kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
And were you a world champion in kickboxing?
Yeah, I won 2 professional world titles as a kickboxer.
Amazing.
Won like as a junior. So I started when I was 10. Had my first fight when I was in that same, like literally 6 months later. Broke my nose, and then just loved fighting ever since. To be honest, then fought like 2 weeks later. Lost against a lad that was like vastly experienced, but a lot of the people that were there that watched it were like, "You're gonna do well. Like that was a good fight for you. You're gonna learn a lot from it." So it was ever since then I just fell in love with it. And then I think when I was 21, I turned pro in kickboxing, and I got offered a world title fight and against a former world champion. So up to that point, I was just doing what's called semi-professional kickboxing. It was just I basically got up to European level. So I was touching world title anyway, and then I won the European title and got offered this professional world title over 12 rounds. Took it, knocked a former world champion out in the 4th round, and then literally just steamrolled into more world title fights. Fought the year after, lost on a 12-round decision, then came back and fought for moved down a weight. Sorry, I fought for another world title, knocked the geezer out, then defended that over 12 rounds, and then fought in a unification fight. I lost that one, but I knew that at that point, like, I already made the decision I was going to turn pro after that. So I was 22 when I made the decision to turn over to boxing.
2020 turn over. So how many kickboxing fights did you have altogether from your juniors all the way to?
Oh man, we used to fight like probably 50, 60 plus. You stop counting after a while. In professional, I probably only had like 10 or 12. I think it was like 13 fights, couple of losses. I think my knockout ratio, my hands were like, for kickboxing, my hands were really good. I was just stopping guys. I wasn't even kicking. I was just stopping guys. My hands just because my hands were so good. And then yeah. So my kickboxing professional record's like 13 fights. So wasn't like vastly experienced, but I jumped straight into doing 12-round fights pretty soon on, to be honest.
Amazing, man. So how did the kickboxing? I don't know too much about that background. Is it 12 rounds of 3 minutes? Or was it 12?
No, 12 rounds of 2 minutes. Kickboxing, because of this style of kickboxing, it's the traditional style where it's like karate style, where they wear the long trousers, kicks above the waist, no knees, no elbows. That it was just an older format of kickboxing. So yeah, that was what I did, and it was just 12 2-minute rounds. Still had a minute break. So it's different to doing 12 rounds of boxing, but when you're kicking as well, and I'm telling you, when your shins are battered from kicking elbows and bodies and hip bones and stuff, you're struggling. So the fights where I'm struggling to walk because my foot's just swelled up and my shins are battered, but it's a different sort of mindset that you got to have.
Did you go to like Thailand and places like this to do your training and stuff, or did you just stay just at home?
You know what? I wanted to, and I did want to, but it just never worked out for me. So I ended up just doing all my training here. It was always like Thailand's just one of those. You go over there, it's a tick in the box sort of job, and it's expensive. You do it to training camp out there, yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, man, 100%. So you stayed local. You stayed to your. Is he actually your uncle? Oh, what's his name? Coach Uncle
Uncle Baggy.
Uncle Baggy. Is he?
So essentially he's my best friend. My best friend from school, Umajit. That's his dad, and he was a local kickboxing coach. Well, we're not local. We used to go from Coventry. He used to pick us up and then drive us to the gym, and then drop us home after the gym. And then he used to open the shop as well. There were days where he used to go after gym. We used to go with him, shut the shop, and come back. So I'm telling you, like, he is one of the genuine people that you don't get a lot of. And he's like the unsung hero for us all, because he's done so much for us all as well.
And he's got a brother as well, right? Is it Pops? Pops?
Yeah, Pops. Pops. So
is it
Pops
both
is a Midland Lunga Sarah. He's another one. So they're not related, but again, we class them like family, because you know what it's like with the Asian community, Sikh community. We all, if someone's close to you, you call them uncle for that respect. So I call Pops uncle as well. He's one of them genuine people. He rang us up just after lockdown, said, my gym's fully functioning now up in Warsaw. Come and use it if you want. So we go there every Sunday, and he lets us use a gym, lovely facilities, and the Midland Lunga Seva, like that community and that hub, that they really look after us as well, and they really back us and support us as well, which is nice.
So you got a good support from that community.
100%, yeah.
So just going back to your boxing, so you decided to move from kickboxing to boxing when you were 22, I think you said.
Yeah.
Why did you want to make that transition? How was the financial rewards in kickboxing, being a kickboxer? Because obviously you're a world champion there. You've done quite well. Is it comparable to boxing, or is there any
two different worlds? I think. Sorry, man. Sorry, am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's two different worlds. So the kickboxing world, my biggest world title fight didn't pay me enough, or didn't pay nowhere near as much as my professional boxing debut, which was on a small hall boxing show, no TV, no nothing. So my debut was bigger than my biggest professional kickboxing fight ever. So it's two different worlds. But look, my coach is saying, we don't do this for money. We do it purely because we love it. Now this is my job. Obviously, there's monetary aspects of it. There's good reward from it as well. But like, I'm still not doing it. I do it because I love it. If I wanted to become a boxer to do it as my job, you must be mad. Because look, you've got to be realistic. And until you start reaching the big fights and reaching TV, the money's not there in boxing either. If you're doing on these small shows, you might only be making a small amount, but you might not be fighting every few weeks. You have to sell tickets to get on shows. Sell tickets, then you start making money. So it's like, yeah, it is different.
It's different. And do you sell many tickets up your way? Obviously, beforehand, did you sell many tickets for your debut? And
yeah,
next couple of fights?
Luckily, I'm a decent ticket seller. Hopefully fairly popular. People come out to support me, and a lot of the people that support me in kickboxing have then just moved that over, and they're still supporting me in boxing. So a lot of my debut, for example, they're all my kickboxing supporters anyway. A lot of them are close family and friends that I know anyway, and see them regular. So I'm just thankful that they're still supporting me to this day. And I still remember the ones that were there from before we got popular, before all the big TV shows and stuff. So I still remember who's there from day one as well. And that's very important to me.
100%, man. You remember the ones who came up with you, right?
And the ones that are joining the journey now as well, to be fair.
100%. Yeah, 100%. So now, just looking ahead, you got a next fight on a BCB card. Your opponent yet to be confirmed, I believe.
Yeah.
But looking to make it 7-0. How's prep, Breen? How's prep for training? How's everything looking?
Yeah, obviously I boxed Stu Greener on the 25th of June. So literally it's a 4-week turnaround. I had 4 days off in the gym, and because of the type of performance I had, I wanted to get another fight in. I said to my coaches literally the day after, I said, if we can get another fight in July before the shows start to shut down in August, let's do it. So, we approached Guy, we approached Boxer and said, what shows you got available? They had a show in July where they were going to have Ben Whittaker, Fraser Clark, and I think it was a Ricky Hatton card and Huey Fury card.
Yes.
That got cancelled. So essentially all the prospects on that card got moved to Bournemouth on the 30th, which is obviously Saturday. So they had no space for me. So we just said, look, I want to keep busy. If you guys haven't got a date, we can go get a date and we can go get another fight away from TV. And they were just like, look, go do it. You know, go do what you need to do and go get that win. It's not going to affect my contract. I think few people have said, have I been cancelled off Sky or something? That's not the case. Sky, and Boxer are just supportive and just said, look, go get a win where you need to, and yeah, I'll reach out and I'll be back on the big TV towards when I'm ready back in October, November again. So, it's a win to get me another win in the box and keep myself active again.
And just keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum going.
Definitely,
okay,
definitely.
And you sort of the level you're at now is about learning, right? It's about
100%,
developing your skills, and this is another opportunity to do that. Your last fight against Stu Greener, I guess that was a learning fight again for you. Obviously, he's a journeyman. How do you think you performed in that fight, and what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was a bit flat. I'm always like really critical of my performances. I knew I was flat, and I knew what I needed to probably do differently, and that's why I probably wanted to fight so soon after. So, Stu is a tough cookie, man. He is a tough cookie. He's game. He's one of them journeymen that you don't get through. Like, you're gonna get through into probably a scrap with him if you wanted to, and I made it, and I allowed him to get drawn into that sort of a fight. So, you live and learn, and obviously, if I didn't turn up to that level that I did, he probably would have nicked the win, which then would have put me in a different position today. So, thankful that I dug deep and got the win. Stu Greener, hats off to him because tough little shit. So sorry, mind my language. Tough little cookie. So yeah, look, we've made some changes, made some adaptations. Added a nutritionist and added another strength and conditioning coach, just to sort of level that up. It's all about these 1% and 2% differences now that are going to start making me better and making me better equipped down the line as well, for sure.
And who you got as a nutritionist and a strength conditioning coach?
So I'm working with a guy called the Indian Body Coach for my nutrition, Juggy Sidhu. He's based out in I think Rugby, so sort of towards my way, Coventry way, Midlands. Really lovely lad. Helped me a lot. He's had me tracking all my data, looking at my data. I've got a Whoop band, for example, and it tracks all my sleep and everything. So we're looking at literally everything now. And then so we've got Juggy on board, and then we've got a guy called Des Witter, TDF the Lab, based out in Birmingham. He trains a lot of professional boxers as well. Shakam Pitters, Craig Cunningham from Old, loads of current boxers as well. So we're going down to Des twice a week, and I've used him, a few times this camp, as he has only come on last minute, but we'll be using him for sure going forward.
Amazing. And are you training full time now, or are you still in the shop helping out?
So the shop life's never going to escape me, to be honest. But to be honest, like, my family are supportive, so they've just said while I'm training for a camp, I've always had time off. I don't normally go and shop, but I went in today for the afternoon just to say hello to everyone and just have a coffee, and that's it. So I came back after an hour. But I did used to work full time as well for a cash and carry up in Manchester. I've since now finished that not long ago. So boxing's now the job. Boxing's everything for me. I'm fully focused on it. So, and I think I need to be, if I want to start getting the big fights and getting them good performances in, I can't have any of the distractions. I can't be driving 4 hours a day up and down to Manchester and then working and then training as well. There's only so much your body can do. So boxing now is the focus.
Okay. And boxing is the focus now. And how's the body coping with that? Obviously, in training, I would have thought it's intensified. You got to watch the small margins now. How's that? How are you reacting to that? How's your body reacting?
I love it. You can wake up. So previously I was waking up at 5:30 and then going to work. I'm waking up at 5:30, going for a run, coming home, having something to eat and going to sleep. And I'm getting the rest and recovery, and then waking up and I can do another session and I'm fully refueled, fully fresh. My body's recovered. I'm not as sore. Like, I'm more awake now at this afternoon than I have been for a while. So, it's good. I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I'm only going to enjoy it. But I'm still in that like honeymoon period. I still feel like I'm on holiday from work at the moment. I'm going away on Sunday after the fight, getting a holiday with my family, and then I'll be back. And then when I'm back, then that's when the new life of boxing settles. And my coaches have already put a plan together on how we're gonna change up training. Now that I've got more time in the day, we've already started to make some little tweaks here and there on the training schedule and stuff like that. So, you know, it's gonna be a different world for me, but something I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I get to box every day, and that's my job. You know, people dream of doing that, and I'm able to do it. So, just thankful.
Live it to the full. Live it to the full. And how's sparring been? Have you had many sparring partners come in locally?
Yeah.
Or what sort of sparring partners have you come in?
So I mean, it was only a short camp this time around. So we have travelled around for a bit of sparring. Going down to McCracken's gym where with Spence McCracken Junior and Senior. They've got quite a few lads: Jack O'Keefe, Sammy Ahmed. They've got a few
right?
Based in Birmingham as well. So they've got a few lads in there. Got Kane Baker, for example. He's been coming up to do some sparring as well. He's a really good. He's a good, tough guy and really pushes the pace. So we've been going around for some sparring. We always do. And Raza Hamza, for example, went and did 6 rounds with Raza a few weeks ago. Really good rounds, and I'll be back up there, you know, sparring with him soon. You know, as soon as I'm back sparring again, I'm getting more rounds in with him. So just getting around in that, it's important for me. That is.
Where's Raza based? Where's his gym?
Raza's based in Birmingham. Yeah, he's based in Birmingham as well. I think Acot's Green trains with Max McCracken.
Yeah, he's got quite a few fighters. Yeah. McCracken. Okay, mate, and obviously I wanted to go back just really quickly. I want to go touch it back about your boxer tournament.
Yeah, man.
How has life changed since then, man? What's been the biggest changes since then? Was, you know, that you were unknown quantity. You know, someone who's very fond of boxing like myself. You know, I've never heard of you before.
Yeah,
I think I mentioned to you before. You know, I was doing some coaching. You liked one of the posts, and then I've noticed that you've boxed in the boxer tournament. And in seeing your development since then, you've gone from like 2K followers into whatever you've got now. I don't know. Like, how has life changed for you?
Do you know what? It has changed quite a lot. You know, social media being the biggest thing, that's changed massively. Like, I never had Twitter, so we created Twitter and we run Twitter regular now. And Instagram, obviously, that's gone crazy. Like, I replied to every single message. I probably had like close to a few thousand messages. I replied to every single message because the support for me, like, I didn't know how big it could get and how much support was there. But I tell you what, it was like crazy. And do you know what? It really is lovely to hear and see that the community are getting behind you because they're just backing their own. You know, you see it with other cultures and communities out there, but for a Sikh boxer and then a lot of the Sikh community getting behind me, it's like it is lovely to see. And for me, it's like I've got the opportunity now to do what I can do and really do well in boxing, but then to really shine the way for the next generation of boxers coming through. You know, Sky and Boxer have recognised that if they get behind me, but not getting behind me, getting behind a Sikh boxer, they can do that for other boxers, and they know that the community is going to back that person because that's what we do. That's all we are. Like we support our own, and they've fully seen that, and they're always batting on about the door. They're always batting on about how loud it is, the atmosphere that the crowd brings. So they're loving it, and I think they're gonna look to hopefully sign some more boxers like myself coming through.
What does it mean to you to be a Sikh boxer, to be one of the few Sikh boxers in the community, and not whatever level? What does it mean to you to be a Sikh boxer?
It means everything to me. You know, my faith and my religion is everything to me. Like always go to God before the fight, and that's the first place I go after the fight because you know God looks down on us. You know, he's protecting me in the ring. He's helping me to lead the way to secure that win and watching over me. So my religion's everything to me. You know, that's why I wear the kunda on my chest every time I walk out. That's why we got the Nishan Sahib, the kunda flag that carries with me through and through. So I've now got the opportunity to really showcase who we are as to show off our community on a big stage that no one else has been able to do before, and on a different platform as well. You know, we've seen it in football, obviously we see it in cricket. I'm doing it in boxing, and I'm not the only one doing it in boxing, by the way. There are other boxers out there that are doing just a good job as I'm doing as well.
What sort of other boxers are there? What's the?
So you've got the likes of Indabasi, who's also fighting on Saturday. You've got Barraj Singh. You've got guys out in Canada, Stuck Deep, and you've got Beneath Bisler as well. I'm not the only one. There are other guys out there, and definitely look, if you're supporting me, support them guys as well. And if you're coming to watch me or you're going to watch them, I know some people are going to watch India on the weekend and have sent me well wishes. Look, you're coming to support one of your own. But if you're supporting me, you're supporting India, you're supporting Barraj, but whoever it is, you're supporting one of the lads. That's the best way I can put it. You're supporting one of the lads, and that's the biggest thing that we can all ask for.
Top man, love that. Love the response. Last question, man. Last question. We loved your ring entrances. You mentioned you touched base on it earlier. We love the Dol. We love the Sidhu. We love the what else? No, on your first one, you just had just the Dol. Then you had Sidhu.
Yeah.
What's next, man? What you got planned? Give us something.
We've got do you know what? I think we've got a special mix made by a DJ called Arjun DJ. We've heard a few of his mix and reached out, and he's done a nice little old school Bungaram mix for us. So it's got a bit of the old school tune in there, which is something I wanted. Obviously we've got the Dole players, and we've got my guys Pixel Hire doing a really lovely lighting and special effects for the ring walk as well. So that's the exclusive that you've just got now, bro.
So how do people tune in and watch your fight, man?
It'll be this one's away from Sky, so people can watch on YouTube. Have a look at my Instagram, dylan.cheema. Watch out, because I'll be posting on my story where you can watch it on the link. It'll be on YouTube under BCB Boxing Promotions, and it'll be a live stream on there as well, so you can watch it live.
Top man. I certainly look forward to watching you. Look forward to watching you fight on Saturday. I'm sure the people listening look forward to you fighting as well. We look forward to seeing what the future holds for you as well. And man, yeah, I'm just excited, and hopefully we'll be in person pretty soon, man.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time, Dylan, and thank you for everyone listening, and look forward to the next one.
Thank you.